Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, congratulations. We now have controversy in the college football playoff. But is that anything new? Honestly, no. Honestly, no. So, when you looked over at the college football playoff, you knew what was going to happen. You knew that at the end of the day, Florida at Genevieve's 84. That's my buddy Kate. Florida State snubbed last year. Yeah, I'll say this: they'd be a hell of a lot better than putting a 11-2 SMU in. I'll say that. But anyways, when I look overall at what we got to see today, for those of you that didn't catch or were just living under a bridge throughout the majority of this week, I mean, it was just absolute craziness. So initially it got broken out about 20 minutes or so before by none other than frickin' Brett McMurphy. By the way, Brett McMurphy, you big butthole. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The guy thinks he's a diva, by the way. So yeah, let me just say that. Anyways, if there's one thing that people need to really consider is that SMU overall, despite having two losses, one to BYU early on in the season, and then now to Clemson, those are overall, when you consider in everything else that you've watched and things that you've been able to see from this committee, you knew something like this was bound to happen. I know there's a lot of debate. There needs to be. There is. Trust me. I completely agree with you. But here's the thing. Is there really any benefit to playing really good teams in the future? I love what Nick Saban said about that. And is there really? Is there really? There really isn't, to be honest with you. Because when you looked at what we got today, when you looked at the bracket, guys, that was way too much of what we got to see. And to be honest with you, is anybody surprised that Bama got left out? Me, absolutely. I'm absolutely surprised. So here's the final 12 team for those of you that didn't see. Oregon, Georgia, Boise State, and Arizona State nabbing the top four. That's followed by Texas, Penn State, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Tennessee, Indiana, SMU, and then Clemson grabbing that 12 seed. Guys, there's none of y'all in here. I mean, come on. There's none of y'all in here for real? Come on, man. I don't know what's keeping y'all so long. I mean, Jesus, man. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Anyways. All right, I'll be right back. Dude, I'm so fed up with this. Okay, apologies for the slight delay. We just had a couple of things that just occurred. But guys, look at what we got to see throughout this day. Look at what we got to witness today. Yesterday was absolutely insane. I thought at the end of Championship Saturday, we were going to have 2 3-loss teams in the college football playoff. It was going to be Clemson and Alabama. Honest to God's truth. I was sold on it all last week. And then the committee came out with this. But now I had to go back and I was like, why is this the case? And that's when I finally got it. That's when I finally opened my eyes and really, really dove into what we're looking at. Let me give you a day in college football where the SEC screwed themselves. Let me give you a day of what the SEC saw its playoff hopes, its hopes of getting 4 teams in the college football playoff evaporate. That would be November 23rd of 2024. What happened on that day? Well, first of all, Ole Miss, ranked number 9 at the time, 2 games to go, double-digit favorite over Florida, goes into Ben Hill Griffin, turns the football over a lot, blows it against Florida. Huge win for Billy Napier and company. Later on that day, Alabama in prime position, number 7 in the nation, lays a goose egg on the road and gets absolutely shut down by none other than Oklahoma. A team that, by the way, was considered one of the worst had one of the worst offensive lines in the country, had just fired their offensive coordinator after 7 games, that didn't do anything, that at one point during the middle of the season should not have been in a bowl game. Looked like they were going to miss it. They were 4-4 at one point in the season. Beat Maine, lost a tough one to Missouri, got blown out by South Carolina, blown out by Ole Miss, blown out by Texas, blown out by Tennessee. Then for some odd reason, I don't know how, they managed to steal a victory against Alabama. That's when the SEC should have opened their eyes and realized, holy cow, we just screwed ourselves for a college football playoff. That's when everybody should have known that it wasn't going to happen for LSU, or it wasn't going to happen for the SEC to get 4. Tennessee secured it last week. That was obvious. No doubt about that. I think people saw that one coming. I think when you look at a team that when you look at Alabama, it was going to be interesting, to say the least, if they got in and they played. I think they would have played No, they wouldn't have played Texas. They would have played. Was it Ole Miss or was it South? No, not Ole Miss. I'll have to go back and take a look real fast and see who they would have played. They would have played Penn State. That game would have been interesting in Happy Valley. I would have been for it. I'd have been all over it. Absolutely would have been all over it. Looks like Scout's about to come in. Scout is about to come in and pretty soon. So we'll be breaking all this down. First time in a while. By the way, we have new bowl developments as we begin the rest of the season. Give you a little rundown of what we have as of now. So let's go ahead and let's get into our bowl season ventures. 68 Ventures Bowl. I may be participating in there. Might be. We shall see. So keep an eye out for that. So we shall see with that one. Florida and Tulane will be playing in the Gasparilla Bowl. Damn, doggone it, Brett Murphy. Brett Murphy always just be freaking ruining the surprises for us all. Brett McMurphy just he's been all over the place. I mean, come on, bro. What is going on here? What they got? The college football barbershop. What the heck? So, I mean, it's been a ride for a lot of teams around around college football. So we get closer to bowl season, already with a couple of bowl games announced. Let's take a look at some of them. The Idaho Potato Bowl will feature Northern Illinois and Fresno State. That should be an interesting one. See what else we got. The Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. Miami of Ohio against Colorado State. The 68 Ventures Mobile Bowl. The 68 Ventures Bowl. I might be headed out to Hancock Whitney to go watch that football game. Maybe. I might. We'll see. Certainly would be a lot of fun. Myrtle Beach Bowl will be Coastal Carolina going up against UTSA, so will definitely be an interesting one there. Coastal gets to stay at home for a bowl game. Valor Alamo Bowl, BYU and Colorado out in San Antonio, a little Big 12 action. Minnesota, Virginia Tech in the Mayo Bowl. Good season for Virginia Tech. A lot of what ifs though throughout the season. South Carolina, Illinois in the Cheez-It Bowl. Should be an interesting one. The Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl. Boston College back in the Pinstripe Bowl. Boston College back in it once again. Iowa State and Miami in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Hey, buddy. How we feeling?
Beautiful.
It's you're excited. All right, so you'll be going to Birmingham. You're going to the Ventures Bowl.
I'm going to Montgomery, Mobile, Birmingham, and I'm thinking Orlando. But I might be joining some family if depending on where Florida ends up. I might end up at the Florida bowl game as well.
You going to Boca Raton?
Probably not. When I say Florida bowl game, I mean like the Gators.
Oh yeah, dude, I might be joining you at Mobile.
Indeed.
Because I was
They
looking
haven't
at
opened
it.
their. I assume they'll open it either tonight or the morning, but they haven't opened their credentials yet. I think I could probably get credentialed through Mobile and all the Alabama ones definitely.
Yeah.
And then probably even more than that.
Thing about it is, will they let me? That's the thing.
What?
They should let me because I mean, there's nobody that's covering it. So.
The funny thing was, it's like the Montgomery Bowl might be the hardest one for me, but it's
Really?
just because they have like the smallest press box technically. So I don't know how many, because like it is crazy how often or how big the Camellia or the formerly known as Camellia Bowl, really was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Gold Bowling Military Bowl will feature East Carolina and North Carolina State. Little Carolina action out in Maryland. The Game Above Sports Bowl. Here's the one that I didn't really think was going to happen. I thought that Miami of Ohio or Ohio would be in Detroit for this bowl game because usually the MAC champion goes there. So I'm kind of surprised there. They'll be playing Pitt. So it's been a while since we've seen. And has the ACC participated in a Detroit bowl game?
Some of these bowls have really weird tie-ins.
Yeah. It's a really weird system and stretch of what they have. And it kind of confuses me a bit too.
It was the Little Caesars Bowl, I believe.
I remember that one.
So it was MAC. So a MAC team has always been in it, it looks like.
Right.
Pittsburgh was actually in it in 2019, Georgia Tech was in
Okay.
2018. So what for a while it was a ACC regular when it was the Quick Lane Bowl.
Mm.
Um,
That's what it was. Quick Lane, bro. I remember it being called the Quick Lane Bowl, but I couldn't. It
I
never
think
could
last year
circulate
it
in
was like
my
the
head.
Quick Lane presented by Little Caesars or something like that because like, Little Caesars has a ton of Detroit ties and everything.
Yeah,
So
I mean it's freaking pizza. So DirecTV Holiday Bowl will feature Syracuse and Washington State. Should we consider Washington State a G5 now?
I don't think so. I think the Pac-12 still has bowl tie-ins.
Yeah,
Um,
because it
and the
just seems
Pac-12, okay, here's the fun part that we'll have for the next couple of years. The Pac-12 has bowl tie-ins for the next 5 years.
really.
It's like until like basically 2030, I think, that they
Oh
have
wow.
a tie-in. So it's like if you're Wazoo or if you're Oregon, like you could have a potential tie-in that ties back to that. So,
Oh wow. Hey, Scout, do you hear me through my laptop or through my mic?
um, mute one of them and I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay. What about this one?
I can hear that one.
And what about that?
Yeah, that was the original one.
That was the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just wondering, but no, it's the way that the Max sets up their bowl games and the way that they structure them is fairly weird, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Because like, when was has the Mac? Wasn't Western Michigan part of the Mac?
Um, no, Western Michigan is a part of the MAC.
Is they?
Like they
I
are
figured the
part of the
Mac
MAC.
team was in New Year's Six.
The Cincinnati.
Huh?
Cincinnati, right? Or no, well, I mean they were AAC.
Yeah,
Um,
Cincinnati was never. They were Big East before they went into the American.
I feel like there's definitely a team that we're missing somewhere.
What you mean?
Like I don't know exactly. I feel like we're missing a team somewhere along the line.
Yeah, I mean it's. I'm trying to think of who would be, but I don't know, dude. It's gonna be weird. So I got a big week ahead of me, bro. I got Texas Sports Unfiltered a good bit for this week, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm gonna be in New Orleans and going to cover Louisiana State Championships.
Hmm?
So I get to go and have some fun with that. How was the Super Seven titles this past weekend?
It was good. It was cold. I couldn't get on the field, bro. Like that was my only thing.
Wow.
Like they're really weird about who they let on the field, right? And then they like I know all these coaches, and the coaches were like, "Hey, if we have extra passes." So here's my thing, right? Thompson, love Mark Freeman, love them. They won. Now like they helped me like the get a ticket or get into the game, right?
Right.
But they were like, "Hey, if we have an extra pass, like we'll get you one." So I waited for somebody, and then it was like they're like, "Dude, they're like 18 passes short." So I just went in the stadium and got in a seat and sat there, right? And I was
Oh
like, "Ah,
shit, dude.
well." And then I asked one of the central coaches after that. They were 22 passes short on their sideline. So you know who needs a pass? Players, coaches, staff, support staff, like your trainers, your everything, but also all the cheerleaders, and then even the band, like the band staff need a pass.
Wow. What the
But
hell?
here's my thing. So Thompson, they dress like 120 kids, right? On top of that, they have 20 to 30 coaches and support staff,
Right.
aka 20 coaches, ADs, that type of thing, right? Then they have, I think it's like 14 trainers, and then two coaches that are like the head athletic trainer, that type of thing.
Right.
And then their band has like 5 or 6 people that needed to pass for their band too. So, because
Yeah.
I was even in the corner of the end zone trying to take a video, whenever they were trying to have some of the band people come down, and one of the band parents was trying to come down just to help them move stuff, and they wouldn't let him on before one of the like coaches had to cough up a pass to like, ugh, don't get me started. But yeah,
Dude.
but it was cool. I still saw everybody I knew, right? Because it's like the last time I'll see them until March or April. But yeah,
So they won't let y'all on the field at all.
no,
So
it's
like
so
you had
it's
to did you
so
have to sit up in the stands or the press box or anything or what?
yeah. Well, I mean, so one of the games I did get like a little like press box thing or whatever. Like one of the guys gave me a press box thing.
Oh yeah.
But it wasn't a field access, and I don't, I'm the type I want to be in the environment, right?
Yeah.
So that was like for me, but like I still appreciated it, right? I'm not trying to be a B
Yeah.
word or anything, but it was just for me. I just ugh, it rubbed me wrong a little bit.
Dude, my freaking alum is in the state championship.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you saw this whenever I went live a couple days ago on Friday, but dude, I held an emergency well, not Friday, but Saturday. I held a live show on Saturday and I talked about that for a little bit. And I thought it was unbelievable, to say the least. Dude, we're kind of stacked on these bowl games. Georgia Southern and Sam Houston will be playing in the RNL Carriers New Orleans Bowl. But that'll be on December 19th. I want to see if I'm working that day. I might actually go. I don't know. Part of me doesn't because I don't feel like dealing with New Orleans. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go. Dang. It's okay though. Boca Raton. Are you going to Boca Raton? Never mind. Western Michigan and JMU will be playing then. The Staff DNA Cure Bowl out in Orlando, Ohio, and J State. Hey, MAC champs going up against the CUSA champs. Gonna be a little decent bowl game there.
Should be.
But if what let me just say this: if West Virginia is not looking at Rich Rod after this, get in between now and December 20th, they're making a big mistake. You got to get a guy like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't realize how late the freaking Bahamas Bowl is. Has it always been like this?
Mate, I don't think so, but
Because I know, like, way back in the BCS era, you had like the GMAC and some other bowl that was like smack dab in between the after all the BCS bowls in between the national championship, which I thought was kind of weird. But it was kind of cool to see all that. All right, just got a new bowl game update. Cal will be playing UNLV in the Los Angeles Bowl and the Art of Sport LA Bowl, hosted by Gronk.
yeah.
Rob Gronkowski. Okay. I mean, shoot, he's got money to spend, so I mean, hey, that'll be an interesting one between. For what the hell? Who's the freaking Cal quarterback? For Fernando something.
Fernando Mendoza.
Dude, Mendoza going up against Haji Williams is going to be fun to watch. That's going to be a hell of a place. That's going to be a hell of a game. But freaking Haji Malik Williams got absolutely crapped on yesterday with his he don't know where Boise is. But I mean, when you talk, I mean that's what you're going to get at the end of the day. And unfortunately, for a team like what you saw with UNLV, the season that they had overall, I mean, come on, you can't help but know where that program was a couple years ago, because Barry Odom took over a terrible program several years ago, and look what they just did this year.
Yeah.
Their only 2 losses were 2 UN or 3 losses. They had 2 or 3 this year.
Why is my hair so greasy today? Jesus, I didn't even notice that until I got on camera. We have no hair and makeup at SCS. So sad.
Why would we?
Well,
Buddy,
like, oh, okay, I will say
oh,
something I
buddy,
did find hilarious.
that's out of our budget.
Super 7 had hair and makeup.
What?
Then I don't know if that was like just the WOTM or whatever, like the news station, but they had hair and makeup. I thought that
I
was
mean,
so funny.
it's news stations. Everybody's going to have makeup. The fact that they do, though, is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid to me because I don't see the
Somebody
point.
was like, "You need to put some foundation on," and I was like, "The
What?
hell? What are we talking about?"
Bro, I will never have no foundation on my hair. I could never. Like that just seems too stupid for me to have to deal with. Hey Scout, I don't know if you heard the news now, bro, but live on YouTube and on Instagram.
And on Insta, we're on IG Live. Oh,
Yes, we're on IG Live now.
Can't let
We've
everybody
got
see me with the greasy hair.
Is there a way that we can collab that white leg? We can
Not on Instagram.
shoot. Because the only way I could get on live is if I have a business account, and like it was free, so thank the Lord it was. But other than that, it was kind of painful to deal with, but it was fine. Other than that, but no, I mean, at the end of the day, Scout, let's just go ahead and recap the top 12 now. I think I did a much deeper dive when I looked at the top 12. And now that I think about it, the SEC shot themselves in the own foot on November 23rd. That's when they lost to Ole Miss. That's when Ole Miss lost to Florida, and that's when Alabama lost to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And as soon as that happened, that's when the SEC basically lost every opportunity to put 4 teams in the college football playoff. And look, everybody can say that strength of schedule and the quality of opponent that you play is not going to mean much. Obviously, it didn't mean much this year because strength of schedule wise, Alabama was head over heels over SMU. Ole Miss, head over heels above SMU.
Yeah.
South Carolina, head over heels. But the quality of the way you lost, who you lost to, SMU lost to BYU at the beginning of the year, who got up to number 6 in the nation, and they lost to Clemson in the ACC title game by 3. After being down 24-7 at one point going into the fourth quarter. And then they come all the way back and they storm into a position to go to OT. But I'll give Dabo Swinney and company this. A lot of people doubted them. A lot of people doubted them after that Georgia game. They got absolutely manhandled. And the fact of the matter is, they should not have won that football game. The way that they performed defensively in the fourth quarter, total collapse. Unlike anything I've seen from a Clemson defense. They got manhandled in the secondary. Their linebacking core, as young as they are, they got exposed. And that's what SMU wanted to do. But I'll give Clemson this. What a great kick return with 15 seconds left. I knew that there was a bit too much time for that Clemson offense to work. And Greg McElroy said that you needed to run a crossing pattern or a mesh route and have your receiver work the middle of the field, get to around that 40-yard line so that you can set yourself up for a field goal. And I'll give that young kicker this. That's a hell of a kick. That's hard to make. 56-yard field goal. Doggone it, that's easy for some NFL kickers. Dude, that was a freaking hard kick to make.
Insane.
But
yeah, I'm trying to see where they put in Alabama. They have announced. I think the only SEC bowl they've announced is the Citrus.
So they haven't made it yet, but at this point I'm following along with Brett McMurphy because this
The rate bowl, guaranteed rate bowl, is Rutgers and Kansas State.
Rutgers had a pretty decent season.
Bowl eligible.
Ole Miss and Duke will play in the Gator Bowl. UConn and North Carolina will play in the Fenway Bowl. LSU Baylor will play in the Texas Bowl. I knew LSU was going to play in the Texas Bowl. Dude, how about that? LSU reuniting, going up against Dave Aranda.
No, hell yeah.
That's interesting. Army and Marshall playing in the Independence Bowl. Lordy. Marshall's new head coach. Who is their new head coach now? I know they just announced him like an hour ago. Because I know y'all were posting in the mid-major group chat about it.
I'm forgetting exactly. Marshall, or no. I don't think Marshall, it's because Huff went to Southern Miss.
Right.
I don't think Marshall themselves have posted about a new coach yet.
But I think that's essentially what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that, guys, I mean, this was an interesting one. By the way, I just sent out a link. If you guys want to join the show and give your thoughts, give your opinions, y'all join in the link that I just put out. By the way, Nightcap hotline 601-980-1621. You know what I mean? I mean, gotta hear them gotta hear the voice. You know what I mean? I mean, we got to hear y'all's voices, bro. Got to hear your opinions. Got to, man. Got to. But, hey, got to do what you got to do to get dudes in here, bro.
Pause.
So it's Tony Gibson, officially the new head coach at Marshall. That's the name.
Okay, I can agree there. Solid.
That's gonna be a cool one, dude. We just kind of jumped up in our numbers. 15 people already joining up.
Yeah, I posted it on my. I usually mean to post it, but I posted it.
Oh, W.
I'm currently being the hell out of Texas on College Football Ultimate Team. I came on here for one reason and one reason alone, to get a Scooby Wright legend card, and I got one.
Oh, buddy.
Look, they came out with Scooby Wright, and it was Scoob, and it was who was the other one? Oh, I'm forgetting. But and then I don't know how good your college football history is, but I have Andy Katzenmoyer from Ohio State as my starting middle linebacker.
The big cat. Dude had the sickest visor in college football history.
Yeah.
Dude, you saw that freaking thing, you saw your soul. You knew exactly who he was looking at, bruh. Bruh, that was awesome. I'm telling you, that was amazing.
And then I have Jalen McLeod on the other end, who the current Auburn player that's heading to the Senior Bowl.
Oh, heck yeah,
Which,
bro.
That's an actual LTD that I got, so that's a part of the reason that I wanted to get the Scooby Wright LTD, because I have a bunch of them now. And then somebody was like, it's just a bind. Why would you waste it? Why would you waste money on a binded item? I'm like, I don't care about making coin anymore. I just want to get on the game and have fun.
So I put this out yesterday. And I'm hoping this ends up getting on Old Tweets Exposed or something like that, because honestly, this is funny to me. But there is some truth to this. The unsung hero of the ACC title is going to be Fran Brown. If Fran Brown's Syracuse Orange falls short of a 21-point comeback, Miami is in the clear for a chance at the CFP. But a second half surge that has one of the best and young and upcoming coaches in college football at the helm in New York changes not just the outcome of that game, but the outcome of the playoff. Clemson was dead in the water until the Syracuse game. Alabama looked like it wouldn't make it unless the ACC collapsed, which kind of did, but ultimately didn't go in their favor. So this is where I kind of exposed myself. Congratulations to the Crimson Tide and Clemson Tigers for being a participant in the inaugural 12 team. Yeah, I was dead wrong about that one, but yeah, that was great. I thought, dude, I had so much confidence and thought legitimately we were going to have Alabama in the college football playoff, because dude, I was sold that Alabama was going to get in. Dude, damn, I was that close, bro. Like, I had all the confidence in the world that Alabama was going to get in. Obviously, I was incorrect. But like I mentioned, at the end of the day, look what those 3 losses are compared to SMU's 2 losses. One's in the ACC, one was to a team that's in the top 25. Alabama's 3 losses, Vandy, Oklahoma, Tennessee. One of them's in the playoff. By the way, that's my 4th finger, not a middle finger. That's the middle finger. So we're good.
This man.
I had to protect myself. Y'all think Colorado got snubbed? Bro, Colorado never had a chance. The fact that people are still talking about Colorado, oh, they need to be in the playoff, brother.
My only thing is that the Big 12 had some really weird scheduling.
I agree.
Because, I mean, like, yes, you want to be, oh my God, I'm literally Nick Saban of College Football Ultimate Team. I'm up 34-0, and I'm like, oh my God, my quarterback just fumbled, and I'm like,
Jesus Christ,
it's over. Anyways, but having all those big time games right at the end of the year, I think it's just dumb. I think you need more time, like as a conference, to figure it out like that. So
yeah. So these were the bowl games predicted by Jarrett Rozier of Louisiana versus all y'all. So I mean, it was obvious LSU was going to get into the Texas Bowl. Some other bowls that they were projected to get in: the Gator Bowl, the Music City, and the Las Vegas Bowl, which I thought was kind of silly. Hey, Scout, can you do me a favor? Because I want to get some people in here to get their comments about this. Post this on your story or on your Twitter feed. Look in the private chat.
Oh yeah.
Tell everybody to join.
Hey, I'll post it in the mid-major. Hold up.
I posted it in mid-major. Nobody really responded. But hey, maybe you might have some better success. We'll see.
I use very appropriate language to get them in here.
Oh my God. I just said to y'all, if y'all want to talk about mid-major stuff, y'all come up in here.
Look,
hey,
you
bro,
gotta know your audience.
I'm still the newbie in this one, so y'all got to give me some slack. But no, dude, I'm gonna be on Texas Sports Unfiltered tomorrow, and me and Chris Phillips will be on to talk all this. So we'll have to see. We shall see. That Indiana game to me is kind of interesting because to me, here's the thing with Indiana and Notre Dame with that one. That looks like such an overrated game to me that I don't think that Notre Dame or Indiana would have a chance either or of making a deep run. Like that's just my thing, because I have very, very little confidence that you're going to see a Notre Dame or an Indiana make a deep run in the college football playoff. That's just my thing, because part of me just doesn't believe in either team. Look, Indiana got absolutely humiliated against Ohio State, against a better defense than what you've been playing. Notre Dame really hasn't played anybody, and they got embarrassed by Northern Illinois earlier in the season. So I think they're benefiting from a fairly weak schedule, with their best win being against Texas A&M.
I agree.
So it's so difficult for me to come up in here and say that, because I think, isn't A&M a 4-loss team now?
Yeah.
I figured so, but it's so hard for me just to sit here and say that this should be a signature win for Notre Dame when they really haven't had a whole lot else. You know, I mean, if please tell me if I'm incorrect.
No.
Because I mean, you have, other than that, what's your best win this year? I mean, other than what you did this year. You could say that, yeah, you beat Texas A&M. I completely understand that. You also beat a Miami team that ended up going to the MAC title. Now, I don't know if that's considered a signature win or not, but hey, you beat somebody that went to their conference title. Louisville, a team that won 8 games. But this was also the same Louisville team that had a rough stretch. I mean, they played some tough teams. Not only did they lose to Notre Dame, but they also lost to SMU and then Miami, and then they lost to Stanford, who Stanford has been Stanford for God knows how long, at 3-9 this year. Dude, I wish that I could be looking at Notre Dame as a legitimate team. Georgia Tech's another team that I have a hard time wrapping my head around. They could be another ACC team that could have contended for a college football playoff, but had they not lost Haynes King mid-season, they would have been in that conversation without question.
Yeah.
And
I also
then,
think that like the middle teams in the ACC were underrated. Like I think
yeah,
Duke should be ranked. Like I
yeah,
know
I
everyone's like, oh,
agree.
that's a dumb take. You shouldn't say that. I'm like, but why not? You know,
What is your reasoning behind that? Yeah,
like they have good wins. Like
yeah,
uh, of all the y'all don't like this team doesn't have good wins. This team has a bad record. I'm like Duke has good wins, and it's the same thing with Florida. I think Florida should be ranked. You know, like
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of what if in the ACC too. Cal's one of those teams. Virginia Tech is one of them, and I think Syracuse is one of them as well. Because each one of these teams is a couple plays away from an 8, 9, 10 win season and being another contender for a college football playoff. So going down to more of the signature wins, I guess, for Notre Dame. Navy, they kind of fell off after that great start they had after getting blown out by Notre Dame. You got blown out by Rice and you got blown out by Tulane. So, and then you'll be playing in the Commander-in-Chief Trophy, which would be interesting. Army, the American champion, that might right there could be their best win they've had all season is against Army, and they beat them by 4 touchdowns. USC, I don't know. That was a tight ball game. I think if you don't have those 2 pick sixes, I think USC does pull off the upset, and they're the reason why they could be missing out on the college football playoff. Virginia had a great start at 4-1 and then fell off the map quickly. So it's all over the place with what you have in the committee. So I don't really know, to be honest with you, if Notre Dame is really deserving of a college football playoff. But hell, I could be wrong because of what Notre Dame benefits as being an independent.
I I don't know where I stand exactly. Um, but yeah, but I think Notre Dame is properly ranked. I don't think they're a team that you can really say, oh well, this and this and this and this and this. Like I think they're a team that like no matter what, you have to say that they're in the right spot. Um, but yeah.
I would say the same thing about Indiana this year because all they did was just win. That's what you needed to do at the end of the day. It's a great run by Indiana, make no question about it. But I do think that Notre Dame's road to the playoff is going to be a heck of a lot easier than what people have looked at. It just depends on what you have. So once again,
just said Gators are taking on Tulane in the Gasparilla Bowl.
there you go. Dude, Tulane and Florida in the Gasparilla Bowl is going to be interesting.
Are we going? Oh, my fault.
Are y'all going to what? The Gasparilla Bowl?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Hold on.
Dude, if y'all go, big bet. So I would say that I said initially that Notre Dame's path was kind of easy. Now it's not because you still got this dude in the way, which, by the way, hottest team in college football right now, the Georgia Bulldogs. Even without Carson Beck. Because you still got the two-headed monster
Some
with
may
Nate
say
Blake.
Gunnar Stockton is a better pure passer anyway.
Son of a gun, dude. Did you see that freaking hit Gunnar Stockton took at the second to last play of the game?
I don't think it was really that bad. Like I thought it still should have been targeting, but I don't think it's a hit you can't come back from.
Dude, that was a very, very good hit.
Yeah.
That was an awesome hit.
It was a violent hit, but I think he still hit him in the head.
Oh, hey. You're going to love this.
Who?
Vanderbilt's going to the Birmingham Bowl.
Vandy, yes sir. Okay.
Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go. I gotta see Diego Pavia in person.
Oh my God! Wait, are we getting flexbone on flexbone action,
buddy? I hope so.
Flexbone on flexbone. Look at that. Wait, so where does that put Bama?
Where does that put
Oh my God,
Bama?
If Bama goes to the Gator Bowl, I might have to pull up.
Bama's probably going to end up in the Gator Bowl.
I might have to pull up.
I think Vandy will play Georgia Tech in the Birmingham. It's either Bama and Georgia Tech or Vandy and Georgia Tech in the Gator Bowl.
Beautiful.
Dude. That's going to be a fun freaking game. Dude, that's going to be awesome just to witness right now. But we shall see once we get
I'm up
further.
to 94 points in the third quarter on
Brother.
All-American difficulty.
Brother, what the hell?
My ultimate team is that good.
Chill. My God, dude. Dude.
Well, I have so the people running downfield causing fumbles that lead to the stuff. It's Brian Arakpo.
Okay,
right,
here
and then one of the guys from Ole Miss this year.
Okay.
I'm forgetting his name.
Alabama will play Michigan in the ReliaQuest Bowl.
That's so funny.
So that'll be pretty interesting right here. I haven't heard anything yet from the bowl season page. I know it's been kind of on and off with bowl games. So I'm trying to
where does that put the Citrus? Is Tennessee back in the Citrus Bowl?
No, Tennessee's in the playoff.
So, or no, okay, so South Carolina's on the Citrus. We knew about that. I just kind of blanked.
Right.
Then what's so So where's the other SEC team? Where's A&M?
Um.
Also, I would like to
Oh
add the
shoot, dude!
Citrus
I've got
Bowl
a
is
busy.
the best. It's supposed to be the best bowl game for a SEC team. So saying South Carolina is the
It
funny thing about
should. Okay. I think we have just about everything basically ready.
it. Yeah. Alabama and Michigan in the
So this is
oh, we
what
already
we
said that. My
have.
fault.
Yeah, I said that. Oh shoot! Wait a minute. Are these predictions or are these? Oh no, yeah, these are projections. Okay.
Oh.
As I was about to say, like, there was no way that this was gonna be. Buddy, I'm on freaking in TSU 3 times this week.
I will
Monday,
say,
Wednesday, and
I know all
Friday.
my Florida fans are gonna hate that the fact that they're going back to Gasparilla because that's where they got walloped by UCF back in the day.
Right.
I have 100 even with 2 minutes left
That's
in the
insane.
fourth. Let's go. I need more. And the worst, I will say, the worst thing about this is that um when all like the points and all that happen, it just gets worse throughout the game because your players can get hot in college football 25. So it's like if a rat pro gets
Right.
hot, he's just gonna hit everybody. Like
So the Gator
and then I
Bowl will
can just
be
like
Duke and Ole Miss. Duke,
oh my fault.
you hear me?
Yeah.
So we have here's what we have for now: Bahamas Bowl, Buffalo and Liberty, Duke's Mayo, Minnesota, Virginia Tech, Gator Bowl, Duke and Ole Miss. That'll be an interesting one with Malik Murphy going up against Jackson Dart. Baylor, LSU in the Texas, South Carolina, Illinois in the Citrus, Louisville, Washington in the Sun Bowl, ReliaQuest, Michigan, and Alabama, Missouri, Iowa in the Music City. Independence is Army and Marshall, Alamo, BYU, and Colorado. Military, North Carolina State against Eastern Carolina. Arizona, Colorado State against Miami in the Snoop Dogg Bowl, as they say. Miami playing on Iowa State in the Pop Tarts. New Mexico, TCU against ULL. That's a heck of a bowl game. Pinstripe, Boston College against Nebraska. Fenway, North Carolina, and UConn. Vegas Bowl, Liberty Bowl, and Armed Forces Bowl have yet to be determined.
So
Georgia
that's
Tech is in the Birmingham Bowl against Vanderbilt. What is?
There's another Sun Belt Power 5 matchup this year. So they're still on the streak. They were the only team on the streak last year, but they're still on the streak.
You talk about New Mexico and UL?
No, yeah, I'm talking about UL, yeah. Like the Sun Belt was on a 2-year streak of playing a Power 5 team, and then now they'll be on a what do you call it? 3-year streak.
3-game or a new streak?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're on the same streak. It'll just be a year longer.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Taking a look at some others that have come up as newly developed. Celebration Bowl, JSU going up against South Carolina State. The Salute to Veterans Bowl, South Alabama against Western Michigan. Memphis and West Virginia will play in the Frisco Bowl. Boca Raton will feature Western Kentucky and JMU. Cal and UNLV are ready. Georgia Southern and Sam Houston in the New Orleans Bowl. So the only bowl games we still have left to get out is the Armed Forces in the Liberty Bowl. Dude, I hate the fact that these bowl games take so long to just come together because it just creates so much crap around college football, and it just creates so much garbage to deal with for teams because of just what they have to deal with and because of what they've just because there's always got to be some stupid freaking agreement. Like, I don't understand that. Okay, finally, we have something. Oklahoma will play Navy in the Armed Forces Bowl. Texas Tech will play Arkansas in the Liberty Bowl. Did Vegas Bowl get set up yet or no?
Unsure.
Okay. USC just accepted their bid going up against Texas A&M. And then finally, the First Responder Bowl. I think this will be the final bowl game that we have to get out. Texas State will be playing in the First Responder Bowl going up against North Texas. So that will be your final bowl game matchups. Which one are you most excited about other than obviously you going to Birmingham? I said, which bowl games are you most excited to go to other than Birmingham? Oh, never mind. He's muted. Now you're still muted. Now I can't hear you. I still can't hear you.
I was muted, bro.
I figured so.
I was in negotiations.
My bad.
Negotiations.
My bad. But no, which bowl game are you most excited about before, other than obviously the two?
Matchup wise, either Birmingham or Oh, I just threw a pick. I'm up 106-0. I just threw.
Buddy, who are you playing?
It's like a computer team, but it's just because I know the game really well, right? I know the game inside out.
No kidding, huh?
I'm just here to put up points and meet objectives.
Hey, yo.
I can't give up another yard though because they currently have negative 45 total yards of offense.
Scout, I don't know if you heard the news, but Scott Frost is going back to UCF.
Hey, I was in on it, bro, or not literally in on it, Jesus. But I was in the know on it.
How did you know about it?
Because all the UCF people, I'm big on UCF Twitter, bro.
Right.
Of people outside the state of Florida, I'm probably one of the biggest, or of the people outside the state of Florida and not UCF alum, because there's plenty of UCF alums that are outside the state of Florida.
Let me see how many, where else he was at other than Nebraska. Because so he was a coaching consultant with LA before he came here.
Yeah. He's been doing the Brian Harsin thing.
Yeah. Trying to get back into the relevancy.
Well, not necessarily that, but just,
I guess.
I wish I could tell. I wish the one thing I wish on college football is that I could tell what side of which hash I want for a 2-point play, because there's so many plays I use that are rollouts, and if I had them from the left hash,
Lordy.
Also, I'm pretty sure I found out a glitch, or not really a glitch, but whenever you are up by more than 100, you cannot force fumbles.
Hey, yo.
I'm pretty sure it's hard coded because I have hit the hell out of some of these people, and they'll just be totally normal.
So, whenever we get into this type of season, which is bowl season, I think that's when we really get to see a lot of teams really come out. Here's the thing about bowl season. You're there to make a statement for what you do next year or to capitalize on what type of season that you've had. You know what I mean? Unless you're an LSU fan, you're just disappointed in everything that you do. Scott, I'll give you another thing that you could be pretty disappointed about. How about Navy out recruiting UAB?
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Look,
Please,
Trent
please
Dilfer.
tell. You need to go. You need to get on the soapbox. I think we need to get on the scout soapbox. The SCS soapbox.
I
All right.
gotta make sure I'm aligned.
Yeah.
Mr. Trent Dilfer, look, I love the ideas, but we gotta see the rational thought, like the product. And I know I've watched every interview. I watched your interview with Ariel Schaefer. I've read the multiple news like interviews that you've had now, like the written ones. Like I understand it's there, but you lost Lee Beebe in the transfer portal. You lost Jacob Zena in the transfer portal. Jalen Kitna's probably your quarterback one, but he's not like he's not the quarterback that the fan base loves the most. You know what I'm saying? And that's really hard to get behind if you're still struggling to win. If he's the guy, you gotta make sure that he has all the pieces around him. You gotta keep Cam Shanks. You must keep Cam Shanks. Cam Shanks is the last part of your offense that has not entered the transfer portal. And the portal's still open. And with how it is, it'll be open the entire time. But it looks like he's staying up there. And oh, I want UAB to succeed. I've said that multiple times. I think it's dumb whenever people start to say like, "Oh, you got to transfer to win" or something like that. But it's so it's don't get me started.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. I mean, that's what you've gotten. You're getting out recruited all along the ACC. It's embarrassing to see what you've done. Absolutely embarrassing from what you've put on the table. It's pretty pathetic with what you've been doing in the recruiting trail. This is make or break for Trent Dilfer.
Yeah,
This has to be.
yeah. I mean, it's more than make and break, honestly. I think he gets it too. I think it's more like make or like go back to ESPN forever. And I don't mean that as like a harsh statement. I mean like make or you might not end up in coaching again. You know what I'm saying? Like he might end up back in high school somewhere, but it's
Where it
I don't
should
think
belong, though.
anybody would have given him as much leeway as he's gotten where he's at currently. And I think a lot of people understand that.
Like, do people really believe, though?
What do you mean?
Do people really believe in a guy like Trent Dilfer? Like, what has he done to prove?
I mean, I would love to believe so. He does, like I've heard him speak. I've never met him. Like it's to me it's the exact opposite of Andy Kennedy though.
But
Like
here's
Andy
the thing:
Kennedy, like you
does
meet
he
him,
want to be in Birmingham?
what?
Does he really genuinely want to
I
be in
think they
Birmingham?
all like Birmingham's a really easy place to get behind. You know, like I know that sounds crazy, but it's like it is real easy to get behind Birmingham. It's a easy place to live. Almost all the sports you don't have a huge, you know, you don't there's not a huge how do I say it? How much did you say? There's not a huge like oh you have to win to get here, right? Or something like that. Um, but yeah, but it's interesting to say the least. But I don't know, man. It's tough. Let's just say that it's tough.
Well, breaking news that just got released about 20 minutes ago: Chase Herbstreit, the son of Kirk Herbstreit, just committed to the University of Michigan. He is
Hmm.
the second scholarship quarterback in the Wolverines 2025 class. Remember, his dad was an Ohio State quarterback, so a little bit of a flip flop. Definitely intensifies the rivalry. So, going to be
Interesting.
interesting. We'll be on for the next 15 or so minutes, Scout, before I have to get ready to go to work. So bear with me. I'm going to go grab some water.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I am very hyped about that though. I think the Tulane game should be a easy bowl game, or not easy, fun bowl game, but I mean like a easy for us to make it, or for me to make it, I should say. Um, yeah, but it's It's interesting. Oh, Tim Keane is in the rival set. I didn't realize that. Ain't Cade. Oh, and Zachariah Grant. Shit, I might as well try the first rivals set.
Oh, hey, Scout, I was meaning to show you this. That's what Micah got me.
That's fire, bro.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That thing is awesome. Cause like they were gonna give me the logo. He was gonna give me the little stickers, but they couldn't find any on here. So it was like, hey, I just got you this.
It's fire.
But dude, no, I tweeted out to Micah earlier today and was like, bro, how are you feeling? I was like, congratulations, y'all got 2 in the ACT. He was like, bro, I'm not me crying in the car right now. I was like, bruh. Bruh. That is insane. Oh, that is funny, brother. But I've got a busy schedule this week, dude. It's not even funny how busy we got.
I think it'll be cool though. Oof.
Oh, my back. I gotta check the state championships schedule. See when most of these games are, bro.
We use it to raise money for Mitchell.
Oh.
Also, I love how whenever this time of the year hits, I usually spend more money on video games, but like I don't spend any money from like January to like November, but then like the deals start getting a little better. I'm like, okay, I can swallow this one.
I gotta catch Saturday. And I'm probably just gonna go to Saturday's games. I'm just because that's when the big time games are happening. I would go to the Cecilia game and go see what they got an offer, but I mean I'm trying to save some money on gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna leave. I'm gonna probably leave here Saturday. At around, I want to say 9, maybe. Or
Okay, I
yeah.
can see that.
So give me some time so I can go and get to the nation, get to New Orleans for the football games. So, but no, have you heard of any of our schools around the state of Louisiana?
I mean, yeah.
So, like, let me name off a couple that are playing in the Superdome. Got Vermilion Catholic. Yay or nay?
No.
Okay.
I probably don't know any of them, but if like I saw them, I would be like, okay, yeah.
Washita Christian,
No.
Haynesville, South Plaquemines. Let me go ahead and give you the whole thing then.
I have a new wide receiver 1 on my ultimate team. I have Dominic Lovett as my wide receiver 1.
Dominic Lovett, bro. So that's who all will be playing this weekend. I don't know if you've heard of any of these teams. I know you got to be familiar with Edna Carr. Yeah, I figured majority of the people around the nation would know who Edna Carr is. Dude, I didn't realize Alexandria was in there, bro. I didn't realize Alexandria made a reappearance in the state title. Alexandria
I didn't realize Alexandria either made a reappearance in the state title.
I wonder why. I wonder why. But no, Central is my alum. So I'll be at their game on Saturday. But I know some dudes that are coaching at Ruston. I'm good friends with a couple of them, so it'll be fun getting to watch some of those games, bro. Just getting to experience all that and just really take in the air that is the college that is the state championships. So, give you a couple of final thoughts as we start to kind of close out here on the college football nightcap. Guys, once again, thank y'all for hopping on and participating. Dude, I was getting kind of discouraged initially because we had like 0 people for the first 5 or 10 minutes. And then once we got it going, we got a good bit of people coming in. 62. Not a bad little showing today. Not bad at all. Cannot complain, bro. I mean, hey, pretty good. So, plus with the people on Instagram, I'm about to see who did get in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 71 total people joining up here on the college football nightcap as we continue to expand. But yeah, we are live on Instagram now, Scout, and I'm thinking about whether or not I should get Facebook involved, but I don't know though, dude. I need to set up another account, like with just the nightcap stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it's gonna be hard to build up a following from that point because, like, bro, majority of the stuff that I put out on my Instagram was like for college coaches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't really know what to expect once we get into playoff action. I think it's 73 now, by the way. But no, I mean this was a crazy day. Do you have any thoughts when we got to the final couple of teams that are in the college football playoff now? Like, do you have any
I mean, not really for real. So,
do you have any
I think
comments or any concerns whenever you looked at this?
I mean, I think it'll be fine. Like I like it. I like the fact that they didn't, bend a knee to the
What?
but yeah. I think it'll be fine. I think there's a lot of people that are like oh well, why are all these people all of a sudden being against Alabama? And I'm like, bruh, like just I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. There is in the SEC it really just does mean more. But there's a point in time where we as media members around the SEC have to humble up and say that there's better competition up there. But for the record, there is the record books that say that 15 of the last 18 national championships have been participated in and or played in from the SEC.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the reason why. But this year it just felt so wide open with all the craziness that happened this year. And I think that's why SMU got the final nod over Bama is because of that end result that we got to see earlier in the year.
For sure.
So
I 100% agree there.
Yeah, I'll say this one before we go ahead and close it out because I got to go to work pretty soon. But this was a very, very interesting 2024 regular season. We saw so many upsets. We thought at the beginning of the year that a lot of coaches were going to get fired, and it didn't happen. And the reason why is because of what you got to see with patience, with being patient with teams around around college football. Look at what happened with Florida. By the way, I don't know how the hell that the Saints managed to do so, but they managed to pull out a 3 freaking point win against the Giants. And the Giants were at I think the 16-yard line, getting ready to kick the field goal, and they absolutely blew it. I was like, bruh, how? I don't know how. Yeah, they blocked a freaking field goal. They blocked a freaking field goal, and they managed to win the football game. I don't know how. But I thought that was a interesting point to make.
But yeah, but I think it'll be fine. I think everything will figure itself out. And yeah, I will say also, dude. Oh my God, I don't know if you realize this, but like Elon cleared a ton of bots out. So it was like my following was like dropping by the second. I was like,
I know, bro. That's the same with mine. Because I had like 449 and then it dropped down to like 420. And I was like, what the hell? I was kind of confused for a minute. Then I realized I was like, oh, it's just nothing but freaking bots in this thing.
Yeah.
But nah, man, it was a lot of fun. But guys, this is going to be a fairly fun week as we're going to invite some guests on the show, Scout. We're going to have a couple of people come on and we'll recap majority of their seasons, talk a lot around each conference, maybe get some mid-major action and talk some of that. See if we can see what we got to do. But, hey, cheers to everybody as we enter the last 3 weeks of 2024. Guys, when I launched this all the way back in October, I was just trying to get 5 people to watch. Now we've had 4 or 5 instances where we went over 100 people that joined our live shows. And I appreciate Scout, you for hopping on and wanting to do this with me. It has been absolutely fun. 2025 is going to be great. It's going to be even better than what we got this year. So we're going to get ready for what should be a very, very fun last couple of weeks of the season. We'll do a lot of bowl game previews. Going to have some bowl game predictions already. We're going to talk some of the SWAC championships, Scout. Why not? How about that? Got to talk a little Celebration Bowl action. Get some Black National Championship action. Why not, bro? You know what I mean?
I'm still considering going to that one.
Celebration Bowl?
Might be going to that one.
Okay. JSU trying to go finally win. Has JSU won a Black National Championship?
No. They were close a few times under.
Yeah, I know they were close in 22 when Prime was there, and that's when I think they lost to SC State too.
Yeah,
but no, dude,
they've
TC
been
Taylor's
done
done
a few times.
Yeah,
they've never been able to hit it though.
Dude, TC Taylor's done a great job at JSU. Obviously, with what happened last year, obviously falling short with a disappointing season, finished 7-4. You lost a lot of games that you felt like you could have put up a lot of points on some games and felt like you got to let a lot of games get away from you. But no, man, this is going to be a fun game. Last year, it was Florida A&M. 2 years ago, it was JSU. 21, it was SC State. So, hey, South Carolina State's been there before, dude. I mean, can they do it again, though? That is the thing. Can they do it again? They've had – last time they won it was in 2021. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very, 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 very close between these two teams. I think both are going to be dominant this year. I think both deserve an opportunity to win the HBCU title. I think it's going to come down at the end of the day to who's going to win the line of scrimmage. I think JSU's got, 11 or 12 all-conference players, and it's just going to continue to grow, and they're going to get better and better and better. And I think that, dude, the Black National Championship is just so wide open ever since it started back in once it really got serious, when the Celebration Bowl came to place. And I think it's just going to get better as the years go on.
Yep.
So, with that being,
we might pull up to that, but we, as in me and my bro, we might go to that one, but it's all dependent on the Camellia Bowl schedule.
yeah,
Because if the Camellia Bowl schedule is what I think it is, then we'll definitely have to say hey, we'll see y'all later.
yeah, definitely going to see what happens there. So, Scout, that's going to wrap it up for us here on this special edition of the College Football Nightcap Little Selection Sunday reaction. The final audience count for today. Let me go ahead and run the numbers real fast. 5, 6. We have a total of 76 people that joined up today. It was a great stream. Thank you, Scout, once again for your continued contributions. And until next time, tomorrow, guys, if y'all want to catch me, I will be live tomorrow night. Scout, I don't know if Scout will be on. We'll just have to see. So we're gonna try.
I'm so close to my camera, bro. Oh my lord. I was so close to the camera.
Yeah. I'm aiming for an 8:30, 9 o'clock start Central Time, and that'll last us till around 10 or 10:30. We usually like to go like an hour and a half live show. So we have finally a set time that we can do it. By the way, our numbers are going to continue to go up. We're closing in on 80 total people that have joined the live show. But guys, until next time, if you want to continue to watch us more, go into my bio and also Scout's bio on Twitter at Lucas_Hill23, at Southern Charm SP. And guys, until next time, this has been the College Football Nightcap. And guys, we will see you all next time on the Nightcap.